Hello there, welcome to Prequel, Sequel, Requel, the show where we pick a film or a franchise and give it a prequel, a sequel, and a requel in that order with a lovely panel. And have we got a film for you tonight? We've got The Joker, or just Joker, as it's known. Giving it a the, it don't need. Yeah, it's an interesting one, this, so we'll see what happens. We've got a lovely panel for you. We're going to bring him in right now. First of all, he's here every week. He's a regular panelist. He's a comedian and improviser. It's your friend of mine. It's Eddie French. Here he is.
Hello. You're all right?
Yeah, you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Hello, everyone at home. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bank holiday Monday, and you watch it. It's been a horrible day where I've been anyway. So, you know,
it's been throwing it down, hasn't it, in Leeds?
Chucking it down like, it's actually quite nice now, but yeah, it's horrible.
If I had a bucket outside, it'd be full of water.
Oh, there's been an inch in the pond.
It's
gone up by an inch just by today.
Well,
how have you been?
All right, yeah, I've been out dancing in it.
Do you know what?
I am.
You are the most positive person I know. You just got. It's not tutting at the rain; it's dancing in the storm.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of dancing in the storm. Right, we've got another panel member. She's here every week. She's a comedian, actress, singer, painter, dancer, singer, painter, dancer. Does it all, this person. It's Natalie Smeaton.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. It's not your room.
Hang on, we're getting you live from London. Just threw that in for you.
Live from London.
Nat's on location in London. She's actually filming a TV series at the moment that she can't tell us about.
It's very lush.
It could be in the line of duty, though.
You're both lying really big lies right now.
People going nuts about a line of duty. What's wrong with them?
I haven't seen it, but apparently there was a scene that involved Nat and the character she plays that they forgot to film and put it in, so that's why it doesn't make any sense. And people are mad. So she's just filming it like tomorrow, and they'll just put it out next week. We forgot this bit, and you'll all be going. All of you are like really angry at line, and you'll go, "Oh, right, yeah." Oh.
I see now,
and it'll be like a brilliant thing we look back on. Honestly, your Facebook memories a year from now, you're going to be so red in the face.
I'll never put them up, Facebook memories. How's London? That there, London, Nat?
Well, we've got the weather you've had all day. We've got it here now. It is dreadful out there. It's in the windows. It's awful.
Oh, you stay in. You stay in.
I'm staying in. I'm doing this.
London is no better than it ought to be, so don't you go around getting seduced.
Maybe it'll wash some of that vermin away down there.
Yeah,
that was last week's film.
Oh, that was Taxi Driver last week. Yeah. Right, then we're not going to leave him waiting any longer. We've got a special guest this evening. Now, what can I say about this man? He's a lovely guy who runs Mooch TV. Gets thousands and thousands of hits on there. We're very jealous of him on this show because he gets people watching stuff. I'm only kidding. But he's
we don't want his audience.
When we go performing his town of Blackpool, he always comes and sees us. He's very supportive of us. So it's a pleasure to have him back on. It's your friend of mine. It's Dave Hughes.
Okay. Sorry, how you doing? Thank you for that lovely intro.
What were you doing then with that? What was that?
Were you doing drugs?
I like that.
A line of slang.
Improvising.
How's
London?
Do you know what? It's wet. It's wet and it's exciting, and I'm never coming back. Look at that, yeah.
I thought I was bad. I mean, my flat's become a boat, but you win.
My hotel room is just a lake. That's all it is. I'm
live from Quebec, and actually, I was live in Tatooine the other day, but that's a different story.
Tatooine. Oh, you've got the filming we talked about this. The filming Star Wars in down your neck of the woods.
It's one of the 96 Star Wars films they're doing at the minute.
Yeah, they're filming them everywhere.
I'm not sure which one.
Throw a stone, it'll hit a Star Wars film filming.
Yeah.
Disney and their productions of late have been very much well, people seem to like pizza, so if we just give them more pizza, they'll like it more. Make all of these superhero series, make all of these Star Wars ones, and I'm not complaining because I will probably end up watching them all. But yeah, they are very much just going, "Hey, we own these franchises now." Shoom, 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 shoom. So,
that's it. Right then, let's say hello to a few people online. Martin Cameron,
Here he is.
Going to be in EastEnders. Here he is.
No,
Evening.
Martin, I just need to clear this up in case I start getting messages. I'm not filming anything for TV. I'm down here for Lush.
She has to say that. She has to say that due to secrecy. She can't say anything.
It's the official Secrets Act.
Yeah. Big T Mo's back.
Hey, Big T.
See you nice. Feeling old today. Shrek's 20 years old.
Wow.
Oh. We all feel old now.
That's very odd.
Oh, I remember seeing that at that place where you used to go and sit in and you'd all look. Yeah. What was that called?
I heard of them.
Can't remember what they're called now.
The bathroom.
Yeah. That was great when it came out, wasn't it, Shrek originally? Loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I will point out we were all genuine adults when Shrek came out. It's not like this is some nostalgic children's notion.
Yeah, but we were younger. We still had carefree days ahead of us to kind of, maybe not be doing online shows.
No, an online show, that was just ridiculous notion at the time. We never thought we could have done any of these things. But
you wouldn't get 4 windows on like this in them days, would you?
Oh, no.
The bandwidth. I mean, we barely manage it sometimes, but yeah. Right then, enough of this witty banter.
The banter.
Let's get on with the show. So tonight, our very special guest Dave picked the Joker. I keep saying the Joker, it's just Joker.
It's because that's his name. His name is the Joker.
Yeah, it's because they mixed it up, didn't they? Went, let's get rid of the.
Yeah.
Living on the edge.
What is it? Some sort of early noughties indie band?
Yeah.
The Hives? The White Stripes? No. Yeah. It's Joker, not the Joker.
Don't forget this evening, everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hello to you all. You can comment on the show, join in with us, put what you want. We'll read your comments out. We'll see how it goes. It's all a bit of fun this evening on a very wet Monday night here. Right then, so let's get on with this. We're doing the Joker. I've done it again. We just do it. Fuck it. The Joker.
The 2019 film Joker.
The Joker. I've changed my book. It says The Joker now.
The Joker.
Right, okay. What I usually do, what I like to do, if you've not seen The Joker in a while, if you've not seen Joker in a while, I'll give you a quick recap of how they sold it when it came out. Are you ready for this? This is a DVD cover. I think it still was on DVD, this. Here we go. Arthur Fleck is a wannabe stand-up comedian who suffers from many mental illnesses, including one which causes him to laugh uncontrollably when he is nervous and often gets him into bad situations. Arthur's mental health causes almost all people in society to reject him and look down upon him, even though all he wants to be is accepted by others. After being brutally beaten, having his medication cut off, and being publicly humiliated by the comedian he idolizes, Arthur's life begins to spiral downward out of control into delusions, violence, and anarchy until he eventually transformed into Gotham's infamous Clown Prince of Crime. There we go. Right then, so we know what we're doing. I'll explain for those viewing at home. We're going to go into the prequels. What these guys are going to do, they're going to pitch their prequel, sequel, and requel. They get a minute or so to do it, and then we'll all vote at the end of each round on which one we think should be made into a film, if it got the green light. But there we go. So, first of all, we're going to start off for the prequels. Let's get straight into this. We're going to go with Eddie first. We'll go in that order.
I didn't see that coming.
I know, usual order. I will mix it up from the get-go one week.
I'll just stop talking because I assume it's me, and it'll just be a mess.
Yeah. Right, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, away you go. Fire away.
Right, so Penny Fleck has a hot date. He's a big, handsome man, old-fashioned gentleman kind of man. Cyrus Gold is quite the catch. Very quickly, they start sharing an apartment. A little boy that she has adopted, Arthur, is very, very happy to have a living father. Mind you, he's just happy in general. He's that kind of little boy. Cyrus is soon revealed to be a real piece of shit. We don't need to go into any details about that. But he's a proper wrong'un to Arthur and his mother. One day, a co-worker of Penny's at Thomas Wayne Inc. sees bruises on her and coaxes the truth out. Their boss, Thomas Wayne, overhears and is disgusted to hear what's been going on. He assures Penny that he will fix this. He hires a couple of hoodlums to kill Cyrus, because in this iteration, Thomas Wayne is not a philanthropist and surgeon, he's an arsehole businessman. So just keep in mind that. And they dump his body in Slaughter Swamp, just outside of Gotham. Penny is so grateful and relieved that her PTSD-addled mind begins to falsely remember her life, blanking out Cyrus and replacing that part of her life as if it was a romance with Thomas Wayne instead. For those unsure why he's put in Slaughter Swamp or called Cyrus Gold, it's because that is the origins of Batman or DC villain in general, Solomon Grundy.
Okay. Wow. Right then, so that was Eddie's prequel. So Nat and Dave, you can ask Eddie a question of your choice, if you'd like to pick anything apart.
Yeah, these hoodlums.
Yeah.
Were any wearing like top hats and monocles, or maybe like wearing green with question marks, or were they just your average run-of-the-mill hoodlums?
Well, those two examples you've chosen, one, of course, is just a sort of a crime boss, and the other is just a lanky man who goes, "My first is in tree, but not in cigar. Who am I?" So they're not very good. This would be more sort of just hired muscle, a goon, if you will. So no, they're not. They're not anyone in particular. I thought, because it's always, whenever there's anything sort of superhero related, whenever they make the second film, be it a prequel or a sequel, they always go, second film, double the number of bad guys, double the and it rarely goes well. One always gets left out. So I'm just sticking with the Solomon Grundy origin story for this, because otherwise it can come a cropper of second superhero film syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Eddie. I retract my question.
No, you have to retract it. It's fine. I answered it.
That's like when somebody gets fired in it and they go, "No, I quit."
You can't fire me.
Thank you for answering I retract my question. Aha! Strike it from the record.
Your Honor.
Nat, have you got a question?
I do. It's a casting question, really. I want to know who's going to be playing Solomon/Cyrus, please.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew it'd be a casting question at the moment for you.
Yeah.
Because you've just been casting this
big show
that you can't tell anybody about.
I'd like to choose Javier Bardem.
Oh,
perfect.
Because he's proper big and he can do that sort of heartless, stone cold kind of thing. So, yeah, Javier Bardem.
Okay.
All right. That was short and sweet. Okay, very good. Any more questions?
Sorry, I haven't done my and they all wank.
Yes,
that's better. That's more like it.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting for. We don't want a repeat of last week when you were all serious and didn't have any.
Then why did you give us the exact same film? Ooh, controversial.
Oh, wait a minute. Breaking. We've got this. Hang on. Want to be famous by followers and views? Yes, we do. We do.
There we are.
Not all of us can have the talent of Nat and get cast in big things. We need to become famous by buying followers and viewers.
I mean, look at that length of that number on the end of that name. I mean, there's no need. Is there? Just put 2. I bet there's no other Amrod. No, maybe there is. How many Rodrigo there's?
Well, it could be Arturo Manuel Rodrigo.
I bet that.
A name that could be there.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyway, right then, okay, we're going to move on to Nat then, please, for your prequel. Okay.
So I just like to point out, like I did to the boys just before we started, I know nothing about this universe, so please don't be sending messages being all like, in comic number 47 that they actually went left instead of right. I don't care. So, okay. He's always the wizard. So Penny, a young lady with a big heart, is trying to earn her gold in the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme. R.I.P. On the scheme is a young man called Thomas, who she falls madly in love with. He's rich, he's handsome, and he looks great in black rubber suits, something he'll later pass on to his second son. They have a long and passionate affair, which continues way after they hike the Brecon Beacons and get their golds. But once back in the USA, Thomas dumps Penny for his super rich American girlfriend. When Penny tells him she's pregnant, he says he's not interested and fakes loads of shit and gaslights her and makes her think she's mad. So she thinks he's adopted the baby that she's just budged out of her vag. And that begins the Joker.
Okay. All right. Cool. Questions? Eddie and Dave, you can ask anything you want.
I don't know. I've just got the word vag stuck in my brain now, but I will.
It is. It's in Monday already.
In your world, then, who plays Penny?
So I think it would start because I want to see her evolve. So I think I might use more than one actress. So I think she's going to start sort of like young and full of hope. And I can't remember the actress's name who plays who was in It and It Too as the young girl in it. Oh, what's her name? I can't remember her name either. But I want her because she's pretty cool and seems to know what she's doing. And then I just want her to become really like, and then I want Shelley Duvall, and then and that's
That's interesting choice. That one out of the field.
We want to see her become mentally more poorly and physically more frail. So yeah. I'm going to have to find the name of that actress now. It's going to bug me. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Eddie, have you got a question?
How do we know that Thomas Wayne looks really good in rubber suits?
Because we have a really, really long and pretty intense and steamy sex scene where it starts in a rubber suit.
And so it is just straight up use of fetish wear.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Beverly Marsh was the character. Sophia Lillis is the actress.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is not going to be a PG movie, guys. This is at least 15. We want to see him getting a bit because she's going to get pregnant, so we need to see them at least begin the act of lovemaking. And he happens to enjoy putting talcum powder on and getting into a rubber suit.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Sorry, what's the title of this film?
I didn't have a title.
How about 50 Shades of Gotham?
Maybe it could, yeah. Yeah. That's it. You've done it for me. Yeah.
That's cool. Right. Any more questions or
anything from the public?
I think it was pretty straightforward, that one. Okay. Yeah. Right then. Okay, we'll move on. Dave, it's your turn, my friend, for your prequel.
Okay. Right then.
Right.
I think you can guess what the first word of my story is. It might sound familiar. It's great. Penny is a sick. There's a thing going on here. Penny is a sick, struggling mother and worries about her son's mental state at the hands of an abusive partner. However, luck would have it as she finds employment as a cleaner at Wayne Manor, keeping the place spit spot and even reading bedtime stories to young Master Wayne every night. In fact, she falls for the boy so much, she tries to kidnap the young Bruce and exchange him for her own son, Arthur. However, in her happiness, she forgets Bruce is only 6 and Arthur's 37. For her actions, Thomas Wayne fires her. However, Alfred Pennyworth, on taking her home, feels pity for Penny, so swiftly beats up the boyfriend and arranges Arthur, currently serving in an asylum, to be freed and finds a job in a small advertising agency. But despite Alfred's good deed, Penny comes up with Arthur and dreams on how wonderful Thomas Wayne really was to them. Finn.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right then. Okie doke. Eddie and
flowers.
Okay.
I've never done that before. Let me do
it. Questions then, Eddie and Nat. You can ask Dave a question.
This feels pretty wrapped up to me. I like this one.
Interesting. You've all gone for the Penny story.
Yeah. I think we were all. Well, I was just scared because it was the comic book genre is such a big one that I didn't know what else to do.
You honestly don't have to worry about comic books at all regarding this film. Again, the 3 people who we meet who live in Wayne Manor, they're the only things that are even loosely related to the comics. Everything else could be set anywhere. So it's don't worry about that too much.
Have you got a question?
What's the soundtrack, Dave? What's the soundtrack to this film going to be?
Well, Daft Punk have gone now, haven't they? So I don't know. My favourites are Dead. Like Jerry Nelson. I don't know.
Like Elvis.
Yeah, and Chaz and Dave. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Chaz and Dave, that'd be good. Yeah, do some of the
I
songs.
think you've got
Rabbit,
Dave.
Rabbit,
One of them's dead.
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. There's a new band
laughing.
coming out.
The Joker.
It's the Joker. Oh, I don't know. Any bugger with pots and pans can do it.
Okay, I'm in.
Clang, clang.
Soundtrack by Eddie Booger with pots and pans. Okay.
Soundtrack by one of those little wind-up monkeys you always see whenever it's like
that's
a
one,
scene.
I'd do a soundtrack for one of these films. I'd just scrape, like you used to get people scraping the fingers down blackboards. I'd do that as a soundtrack to one of these films.
Yeah, maybe a raise on the like a violin.
Yeah, just play it and go. Oh, I was experimenting.
Or the track 5 is just a kazoo, just.
The original TARDIS noises were made by running a Yale key down the strings inside a piano.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that was processed electronically. So yeah, you can do virtually anything and call it sampling.
Well, there you go. Is there no more questions for Dave?
I don't think I have a question. I think that was pretty comprehensive as far as I
think they all have been, actually, these prequels. So, right then, in that case, we're going to do the let's get voting on these prequels. So, you all get a vote in the room. I'm going to give you a quick recap as well, and then everybody watching online, you can vote as well once I do the recap. So, here we go. Prequels. Eddie's was Penny Fleck is on a hot day with a chap called Cyrus Gold, is it? Cyrus.
Yeah,
Cyrus Gold. They share an apartment. She's got a little boy who's happy to have kind of a father figure, but Cyrus treats everybody like a piece of shit. So Penny's working for Thomas Wayne, and he sees the bruises and stuff. So he hires some hoods to sort out Cyrus. They put the body in a swamp, in Slaughter Swamp, and then it's the origin story of Solomon Grundy. Yeah. Okay. Nats was Penny's trying. I've put Penny trying to earn gold.
No, she's doing a Duke of Edinburgh award.
Oh yeah, she's trying to win the gold.
He's trying to earn gold, but not.
Yeah, it's got your character's gold as well. Like what?
Yeah.
So yeah, Duke of Edinburgh awards. Thomas is on the team. They have an affair, and then they win the golds. Thomas dumps Penny though. And it makes her think she's crazy.
Yeah, he gaslights her and makes her think the baby that he's got her pregnant with doesn't exist and she adopted him. Bad times.
In the film and leads into the film. Okay, Dave's was Penny's struggling mother. She's a cleaner at Wayne Manor. She tries to kidnap Bruce and swap him for Arthur, not realising the age difference. Alfred feels a bit sorry after dropping her off, so he finds Arthur a job. And then what happened? That's one more bit at the end.
Something about Wombles, I can't remember. Hang on.
Then the Wombles come in and pick all the litter up from...
Alfred sort of said the thing, but...
Yeah,
but then she just fantasies about Thomas Wayne, even though Alfred sorted her out and got Arthur a job. She goes, "Oh, lovely Thomas, he's your dad." What?
Yeah, so it leads into the film. Okay, cool. Right then, let's get some voting done. We can vote online, please, and we'll. What's this? We've got some votes already, but we'll vote first. Then we'll have a look. We'll give them time to vote online. This is pretty tricky, because they're all.
I think I'm going to vote Dave. I think it was the most straightforward prequel that made the most sense. I tried, because I have feelings about this film, I tried very hard to make at least one of mine like taking the film seriously rather than just me being angry about a film and what I consider to be its shortcomings. So I sort of went, oh, well, let's try and introduce another Gotham villain pre-Batman and stuff, but that made it a lot more complicated. So Dave did I like Dave's.
I'm gonna vote for Dave too.
Okay. With no explanation, just
I just really liked it, and I particularly thought it was funny when she tried to swap Bruce and Joker.
That's what got me as well. I'm going for Dave's.
And the age difference,
Well, there's going to be a nice moment in that film where just from Bruce's room they just hear uncontrollable laughter. And like Martha Wayne goes in and goes, "What is it, Bruce dear?" And there's just a fully grown man in Bruce's tiny pajamas, just in his like 4-poster bed going, and that's going to be kind of fun and creepy. So yeah, that sounds like a fun scene that I'd enjoy watching.
All right, cool. Dave, who are you voting for?
We can't have draws, can we?
No.
No. It's a toughie, and Natalie did bring up the late Prince of Thingy of Edinburgh and Vag, which I can seriously underline is a great, ending for a film. But I didn't see an overall arcing villain, and obviously Sirius Gold, aka Solomon Grundy, I don't think he's ever had screen time before. So for that, I should give it to Eddie.
Oh, okay. It was in Gotham, but that doesn't count. I guess it's TV show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Anyway, that's fine. Eddie's got the vote.
A high-budget, big screen job.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right. You got the vote.
All right, late going.
Yeah.
I was adding to the little.
Just rub it in. Fine.
Let's have a look. Big team. I'm not seeing the Joker. Thank goodness for Pitch Meeting vid on YouTube. All right. So I feel I know what's going on. Vote goes to Nat.
Thank you, Big Timo. Keep a hold of that Vag.
Yeah, stuck in my head. Oh, here we go again. Martin. I vote for Nat just for the Prince Philip throwback with the Duke of Edinburgh award. Oh.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah. Much appreciated that vote.
Well, right. Point out there, Big T did a nice little Red Dwarf reference in his comment, or their comment. I don't know their Genevieve. Good luck in Nodnol.
Oh, yeah. This episode.
Yeah.
Missed that one.
Fabulous Reverse Brothers.
Yeah. All right. Cool. There's no more people are watching, but sometimes I don't vote, so we ain't got any more votes. I'll close it in a sec, though. If not, we've got a winner. We've got a winner of this round. Closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's closed. Dave, you won that round. Well done.
Well done, Dave.
Well done. Nice one. It was close. It was very close. It was a close one, that.
I think that's one of the only times where we've had sort of really similar
all of them.
Where it's been like loosely the same story about what the same character. Penny. That's it's interesting.
Yeah. Cool. Right then, it's time to move on to the sequel. So we're gonna rotate the board.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna rotate around, and also everything's still to play for tonight. So don't worry. If you didn't win that round,
oh, no, wait. Is it?
Don't worry.
Is it all to play for?
It's all to play for. It's all to play for still.
Prissy and Ree,
I'm going to do a prequel, sequel, checkbook and pen. We've got to.
Amazing.
Or what would you have instead of a bendy bully? A bendy Oscar.
There's no money prize. We'll be back in 2 minutes. It takes time to count this money.
Yeah.
In 2 minutes.
Like a bendy typewriter or something.
Yeah. Right, okay. Let's move on to the sequels then. So, Nat, you're going first this time, please.
All right, here we go. Mrs. Murray is pissed off. She used to have a husband until an idiot Joker shot him on live TV. Now she has to open her own doors. Now she has to get her own jars of pickles and jams open. And nobody brings her favourite sweets and mints from the shop on his way home from work anymore. Deciding to get revenge, she creates an origin story, gets fit, makes a costume out of her husband's suits, and has a montage, then becomes Mary Mint, the superhero Gotham needs, until Bruce Wayne grows up. But between now and then, she tries to kill Joker. That's my...
Wow, I like it. Okay, excellent. Right, Eddie and Dave, you can ask Nat a question about that one.
Could you please name me 3 mint-related items from her utility belt?
Absolutely. So one of them is like... So what I like about her mint powers is that they almost draw in lots of other superhero powers. So she's got like a big like pod that looks like a mint. When she pulls it out and she sucks it and then throws it, it freezes like Mr. Freeze. It freezes the baddies in their place because it's a super cold mint. You know, like one of those that really burns your mouth.
Yeah.
So Fox's Glacier Mint.
It's like a Fox's Glacier Mint, but coming on to Fox's Glacier Mint, she's got smaller ones that act like ice cubes. So while she's being chased by baddies, she throws them behind her and they make it all slippy. So the baddies have like comedy moments where they go beep, 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 and then fall, and then she gets away. And then her getaway vehicle just looks like a packet of Trebor extra strong mints, but like a really long one. But then there's a door on the side, and when she gets in, she can drive it super, super fast. It's just like a big, like pencil-shaped car, and it throws mints out of the back into the faces of the bad guys. And wherever she has been, everything is minty fresh, and everyone feels clean.
Do you know what you have done? You have created a character that would not be anywhere out of place in like a 1950s issue of Batman that maybe Dick Sprang drew.
Or the Adam West series.
Or the Adam West series, for that matter, yeah.
Look, Robin, it's very mint.
It's exactly the same energy as Batman and Robin being tied to a giant typewriter, and or like on a giant violin with a bow made of razors. Okay, cool.
All right, thank you. Cool. Dave, have you got a question?
I don't think I have, my lord. I mean, I was going to say Murray Mintz. Does that name suck? But no, actually,
that could be a catchphrase, surely. You
and
guys
I can see her downfall is some old man masticating on her at the end.
Oh Lord! It's not a word original, mate. She's not a word as original. She's Mary Mint.
That's the only thing that can take her down.
You try not sucking on one.
She can only be taken down by a glass of iced water.
That is her Achilles heel. You're right. Yeah.
All of her fluids need to be room temperature, otherwise she's just incapacitated.
Cool. All right. We'll move on then if there's no more questions. That's good. Dave, it's your turn, please, for your sequel.
Oh, me, isn't it? Right, okay. So now we're going to go to my picture. It's called Jokers. Arthur Fleck is working on a new light entertainment show while serving time in Arkham. He devised a game show format with the help of his inmate Edward, who comes up with the genius games within the game, and Oswald, who is keen to produce a show at a disused TV studio. One night, all three escape Arkham with the help of outside from Arthur's pen pal girlfriend, Harley, along with her roommate, Ivy. On the first recording of the show Jokers, in front of a live captive audience, Arthur, now Joker, the Joker, introduces the first contestant to survive all the brutal games. However, he had unwisely picked the Batman, an up-and-coming vigilante, to do the games. So Joker and his crew all go back to jail. However, the recordings is heard and gains top viewing figures. So Bruce Wayne manages to pull strings and lets Joker and his gang out for one day a year to do the game show to try and fall Batman as part of their community service. And
cool. All right. Cool. Okay. Right, Eddie and Nat, you can ask Dave some questions then, or a question each.
I like the idea of a young up-and-coming vigilante, like Gotham's just brimming with them.
I mean, it is though, isn't it? It's got to be.
Well, yeah.
Well, if it's a sequel to Joker, he was only 8 in the last one, so
that's true. Yeah,
I've given it a few years.
Well, that means that Joker's probably got to be 60 by now.
Yeah, but how old was Robert De Niro in his game show? I mean, he's trying to model off him, so he's still got that fantasy of being on TV with his captive audience all tied up.
You know what? I think it's very believable because I'm a fan of the film Mystery Men, which not a lot of people have seen or particularly like, but I think is what Gotham would be like if it was like now. That's just what it would be. I really like this idea. I would love to know what the catchphrase is for the show. Does it have a catchphrase?
Ooh.
I would love one to match. I'm not stabbed at. I'm not knifey, but
Blue Rag.
That's Mr. Man.
Has the game show got an actual title as well? Is it? What's it called? The game show. That's
do you know what? I did have one. I can't remember it now. Get your cock out. I can't remember.
Riddle me this.
Probably riddle me this. That's probably he's the best one.
Well, if they're all
we'll work on that. When I do my fourth draft, I'll come up with them. But,
you don't need that. Not the pitch. You don't need that at the pitch meeting. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
No, but you need a good logo because you want some of that sort of subtle merch where it's just like the logo of the in-film TV show. You want that on T-shirts and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do what they all do now. They have a logo ready about 3 years before the film comes out, so you can do that timeline where you put the logo up and say, "This is coming out in 5 years." New film.
Behind some bars, each character like.
Yeah.
Ready for, cool. For a T-shirt. I don't know.
All right. Any more questions?
Out and about with the Arkham gang. No, I don't think so. I think that's that worked. Although, do you feel that perhaps having it as an actual TV show is not really that up to date, and that it would probably be more likely to be a YouTube series supported by a series of sort of TikTok-based interviews?
That would make sense to get down with the teens, but he's come from old school, and I think it's more like early '90s, so TikTok wouldn't be about. So I think and let's face it, I did say disused TV studio because obviously in Gotham you've got disused fun fairs and circuses everywhere. I wonder where the villains are. Could it be that fun fair over there? Don't be stupid.
Well, what about the disused Arctic Aquarium? No, I don't think so. It's just because I think someone's turned it into a nightclub. No, I doubt that's anyone of any interest.
Yeah,
just ice puns everywhere. Keep slipping.
Yeah, all these villains, they must have like massive overheads for the layers, mustn't they?
God, yeah.
I mean, there's never a villain, is there? Just with like a little apartment because it's all I've got. Have you got a computer out in here, like a vehicle? No. Can't afford it.
That guy who got away with the top hat monocle, got away with all that money. I wonder where it can be. Anyway, apparently there's a disturbance at the zoo over there. They put a massive penguin there.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's that villain?
I mean, world's greatest detective, isn't he? It's not hard. How did you solve that, Batman? Fucking just looked.
He dropped his address book. What?
Simple. I found on the piece of umbrella I took from him, right on the tip was a sample of mud which contained chemicals only found at these 3 chemical plants in town, because what town has fewer than 12 chemical plants?
Yeah.
And I simply triangulated that, and they all converged on the Iceberg Lounge, owned by Oswald Cobblepot, penguin-looking entrepreneur.
Yeah. Genius. Right, okay. Eddie, it's your go, please, for your sequel.
Right, yes. Well, Joker, the film, ended up being made because Todd Phillips, the director, he thought that people not enjoying some of the jokes that he's made in films is exactly the same as censorship. So Joker 2 is going to be Hangover Part 4. And it's what I imagine that he'll be back to his comedy route. So Arthur Fleck walks into the patient lounge one day at Arkham to see 3 new inmates. One's got a tattoo on his face. This is funny for some reason. They try to piece together what they did last night because they're all hungover off of booze. They went to Gotham Casino, and one of them got spiked with scarecrow fear toxin and did a frightened poo on a roulette table. Another one accidentally drinks a pint of Bane's venom and farts all over a statue in a fountain. The other one, farts over, as in he knocks it over by guffing. And the other one gets barebacked by the penguin in the ring at an underground fighting venue. Then a real-life convicted rapist sings a song. We are intended to find this funny as well. All the time, Arthur laughs at hearing this, so we all know that it's funny, and then an elderly woman is in the corner occasionally clutching her pearls that such things dare be said.
Okay.
That's what I imagine the Hangover films are like.
Right.
I do know that one of them has got Mike Tyson in it, who's a convicted rapist. Why are we putting him in comedy films? Come on, guys.
It was in Crocodile Dundee in LA, I think, as well.
Was it?
I don't know if that was before the...
Oh, either way. He certainly was a convicted rapist by the time he was in the Hangover film. So, come on, guys. I think we can all do better than that. Although except Oscar Pistorius in it as well, if you like. He can.
Can you? Which boxer then are you going to put in to sing the song? Is it going to be Frank Bruno? Who's it going to be?
As far as I'm aware, Frank Bruno is not a criminal. I think I'll just put. Actually, do you know what? It won't be a boxer. I think I'll just put Oscar Pistorius in singing a funny song.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that guy's got legs. Right, okay.
Make fun of him for being a murderer by all means, but come on, really. We can all be better, can't we?
We can.
Any more questions for Eddie's? No, stunned silence.
Well,
you see, when I do the stuff that you expect me to do, no one enjoys it, whereas everyone was going, "Oh, that prequel wasn't bad."
Okay. Right then, if that's the end of that, we'll move on. Okay. Right, let's have a recap and vote. Here we go. Sequels. Nats was Mrs. Murray is pissed off because her husband got killed by Joker by Arthur. Killed him, obviously. There's no one left to open doors or buy her sweets and things, right? So she decides to train and get suited up into a new superhero called Murray Mint. Okay? She goes after Joker and has several minty-based powers. There you go. Dave's was called Jokers. Arthur's been in Arkham Asylum and he's been working on a show. He's got inmates in there with him, Edward and Oswald, who he decides to get them involved in the show as well. I think Oswald was a producer and Edward's
the riddle deviser.
Co-host or something, yeah, something like that.
He came up with the games because he's the riddle.
Right, of course, yeah, okay. Right, they escape from Arkham Asylum with the help of Harley and Ivy, and then they start the game show going, and the first contestant is Batman, who wins and sends them back to jail. But the viewing figures are so good that they have to do it once a year. They've got demand to do the game once a year. So Bruce decides to let them go do it once a year. There you go.
Community service.
Yeah, community service. Sorry, right. Okay. Eddie's was Joker 2 or Hangover Part 4, if you want to call it that. So the Joker's in Arkham. He's got 3 new inmates. They can't remember what happened the night before. They were at a casino and they're all hungover. One of them was spiked with fear toxin. One of them drank Bane venom, and then another one was just barebacked by the Joker.
By the Penguin.
Arthur laughed. Oh, sorry, by the Penguin. Yeah, he's the Joker. Isn't he? And then Arthur finds all this hilarious and funny and laughs all the way through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then, let's get voting. Then. Vote in the comments, please, and we'll vote in the room.
Murray Mint. Murray Mint. Murray Mint.
I'm going for Murray Mint as well. It was an inspired idea.
I like it very much indeed. Yeah.
Thank you, chaps. I think I'm going to go for Dave again. Sorry, Eddie, because I like the idea of the TV show coming up every year and Batman winning it every year.
Yeah, it is a good idea. It is a good idea. But your Murray Mint got it for me.
Yeah.
Dave, who are you going for?
Well, another hard one. They were both good, and Eddie did it with quite conviction, and he did, and again, name drops. But then he lost me at Hangover because I can't stand Todd Phillips films. Where Natalie's was a breath of fresh air. I vote Natalie. Sorry, I had to get that pun in.
Weird that you chose a Todd Phillips film when you can't stand them.
Yeah.
Really odd. Irony.
Big team out. Vote for Nat. As long as your mint hero as a base of operations looks like a Kendall mint kit. Yes.
Of course. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Big Team off.
Hello. I live in a slab.
Martin, Eddie gets my vote this time around, but like Hangover in Arkham. Yeah.
I could have just said Hangover in Arkham and saved you all of that.
Yeah.
Although we like some details, but thank you.
Right then, no more votes. I guess people are watching. No more votes. So that's a shame. Right then, the winner is Nat at the end of that round.
Thank you.
Well done. Right then, but as we go into the third and final round this evening, the requels, it's still all to play for. Still all to play for.
He said it.
If two of you had won those 2 rounds, it wouldn't have been to play for.
No.
But it is to play for.
You mean it?
Let's rotate that board. I need a little. We need the bendy bully to walk. No, the bully to walk across the thing. Right. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're going for the tricky red. Is it? It's not what it says on Bullseye.
Tricky red. Are you
going for Showbiz. Showbiz you'd like. That's what he says, isn't it? I've seen Peter Kay live. Blackpool Tower. Showbiz you'd like. Boom. You've got.
How does Peter Kay end that top of the tower show? I forget.
He sings Jim will fix it.
Oh yeah, he does. He sings the entirety of Jim will fix it.
He does, yeah.
That doesn't get shown on telly anymore, does it?
I mean, if anything, there's no answer to that.
I'm not suggesting Peter Kay did that on purpose or like.
I was just about to suggest that
joke, but
Peter Kay brings it out as a single and gets rid of the stigma with Jim will fix it, but that doesn't work because it's called Jim will fix it.
Yeah.
Even if you do a cover version, you'd have to change the tag. Pete'll fix it.
John will
Why don't
fix
you do
it.
that? Pete'll, anyway. Right then, we're going to go on to the requels. Dave, it's your turn first, please.
What?
For the requel, yeah.
Right,
ready?
then. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right then. Picture this. The film Down Like a Clown, a musical, a Netflix original.
Oh.
I'm just bigging it up because this is a crap one. Arthur Wayne is a spoiled young orphan of the late Waynes. He uses wealth to play expensive pranks on businessmen and the Gotham police force, even as far as robbing banks just for the fun of it. Bruce Fleck, a homeless teen, is disgusted at reading the stories about the prankster in the newspapers, which he also uses to keep himself warm at night. One night, Bruce reads an article about an arrested Brazilian vigilante out to stop crime. Inspired by this, Bruce makes a costume out of dustbin liners and becomes Bin Man, on a mission to clean up the town. Needless to say, after the showdown, the pair realised they would rather have each other's identity, so they swap while singing the final medley. Finn.
Nice.
Okay.
Madly.
Yeah, you've set yourself up there.
Tonight, we tonight.
You painted yourself into a corner there with that.
I did, and it was a big brush as well.
It might be in Chris's manifold rule book, but if you say that your version of whatever is a musical, you'd better have some of that music to hand, because you can't just toss words like musical out there and not expect us to bite. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's get on to the questions then straight away.
Anyway,
I have a question. So, when you watch a very specific age of musical, and I'm talking about the sort of the 40s, 50s, some of the 60s musicals, which will be like film, and then suddenly they'll go into a bit of a random choreographed dance piece, which is on a stage with painted scenery and costume, and then they go back into the film. Like, is that going to happen in yours?
Absolutely. And I also want to make sure that when the number does happen that you speak of like it's definitely done in the studio with the dancers, and you can see it, let's say that the skyscrapers in the background are painted on. When it cuts back to the actors, they even go, "What happened then?" Anyway, knowledge.
Like it.
That was a jump cut. Doesn't matter.
Just clearly walk from a real street onto a cardboard street, so the Joker can do a tap dance in roller skates.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That's all.
We'll have a bit of West Side Story, Singing in the Rain, and I don't know, closing
brilliant.
Fine choices. You've got two male leads there. Who's going to be playing them?
Oh.
You've just drop kicked me. I weren't expecting that one.
Sorry, making it sound malicious. I wasn't. I was interested.
No. I
was engaging in the game.
Yeah. It was a case of, that's my story. I'm done. Questions?
No.
Right. Well, I take it we're crossing off Joaquin Phoenix because it's obviously a remake, isn't it?
You can have him back in it if you want, but.
Nah, let's give it to somebody else. It's who's hot right now? It's going to be hot right now.
The Rock.
The Rock. He's in everything else.
Yeah, might as well be in it.
I think that Arthur and Bruce should be played by Cardi B and Megan the Stallion.
Yeah.
No,
No thinking.
That'd be good. You could include WAP in it.
Could they reverse the roles as well? Like, what was that play? They had a play in London in Frankenstein, wasn't it? And they swapped the roles. Johnny Lee Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we'll have them two. And then, like I said, we'll make 2 versions of the film. Like, what version are we having tonight? I'll put yours on.
Yeah.
I watched one of those when it was free to watch on YouTube a year ago.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting. It turns out that Frankenstein and the monster share about 4 minutes on stage together. I thought it was going to be like Frost Nixon. I thought it was just like two people opposite one another, and they saw. No, it's literally because the monster is an enormous role, and the role of Dr. Frankenstein is very manageable. So it's basically.
Oh, is that why they did it?
Yeah. So it was just the monster has about 15 minutes on stage just learning to walk. It's like born an adult and then like learns to walk and move around and stuff. And it's
wow.
It was something, but yeah. But it's hard work to be the monster. So yeah, you can only do it every other night. Otherwise, you just become exhausted.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Right then, no more questions, I guess. So, Eddie, it's your turn, please, for your requel.
Okay. You know me, I like a recut or a sort of a remaster, and I've got 2 of them here. So one of them is just removing all references to any DC or Batman properties, and you would have a film that still thinks it's a lot cleverer than it is, but it wouldn't have that aspect of it distracting from itself, because the parts that work in this film have absolutely nothing to do with Batman or Gotham or the Joker or any of those things. All of those things are probably better off without it. So that's one cut, and the other cut would be having the film but played at ×2 speed, like I watched it this afternoon, because I couldn't bear the idea of watching the whole thing at its regular pace.
I think you're being very mean about this film, Eddie.
I mean, it is a DC film as well at the end of the day.
I don't think it's as bad as you're saying it is.
Well,
Eddie's sigh was everything I needed to know about that sentence.
Okay, Joaquin, what we need to do is we need to let the audience know that you're going sort of mad. So just how would that work?
Oh my God, guys, Eddie's going mad.
Yeah. Or he's taking Spanish dancing lessons.
Yeah, it thinks it's very, very clever. It thinks that it's doing things that have never been done before, and I don't know. It's very underwhelming for what actually comes out.
Just like you requel them because you've only got 2 words. You want to add anything else to it or not? You've got remove all DC references and play it twice the speed. That's it. You've got time to add something.
No, those are 2 different cuts.
All right.
You could combine them and make a.
Don't want a 4-hour Snyder cut just to be safe.
Do you know what? Yeah, actually, yeah. Let Zack Snyder, a man who had literally nothing to do with the making of this film, let him have a cut as well. Why not?
Give him a cut.
Yeah, go on.
Slow it all down and make it 4 hours and black and white. There you go.
Yeah.
Put some of it in dreams.
Right. Okay. And then put 3 endings on the. You go what?
Yeah. and then everyone calls up Peter Jackson and goes, "We're sorry about all those jokes we made about how many endings there were on the last Lord of the Rings film. We realise now it was a medium number of endings.
At least it was still in the narrative as well, Peter.
Yeah. At least all of this still happened. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. All right. Good for you, man. Sorry, Peter.
Right. Okay. Is there any questions for Eddie or? Have we done? I can't fucking remember what we've done. I always get like this when I get to this bit.
No, I've not got a question for Eddie.
I'm actually in full agreement.
Right, Right, okay. Nat, it's your turn then. The last
Okay.
of the evening.
All right, here we
What have
go.
you got for us?
Imagine. It's not going to be a film. It's going to be a TV program.
Oh.
Cruising with Jane McDonald and Joker. That's what we're doing. So, it's going to be the mad japes and crazy experiences Jane and Joker get up to. She's going to be singing every night, obviously, to the fans. He's not going to be singing every night to the fans. He's going to be doing stand-up comedy. So obviously that's happening. But it's going to be like a documentary about what the crazy things they get up to in between times, and all the mad characters that they meet on the cruise. So obviously we're going to see like the Joker. I mean, I don't know what the Joker's going to do. It's the Joker, isn't it? He's crazy. He might want to take the ship over. He might try blow it up. I don't know what he's going to do. But all the time he's doing this, Jane's going to bring that lovely, breezy northern charm and slightly annoying and overbearing accent, and sing away through all those troubles. And in the end, Joker will realise that actually all he needs is a pint of lager and Jane McDonald on stage, and he's a happy man. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Right then. Eddie and Dave, you can ask a question then.
I feel I know the answer already, but I just need to confirm more than anything. Will there be a boat-based romance between our two leads?
Oh my God, of course. Of course they will, because, you know, she tells it like it is. She just says it as it comes, doesn't she? Don't mind her.
She does, yeah.
She tells it like it comes. And she's the only one who ever actually says to Joker, you're a bit of a psychopath, you need to put that gun down and just have a drink. And he really likes the fact that she's so blunt and honest. And every time he tries to kill her, he just can't go through with it because he finds himself irresistibly attracted to her. And she likes a bad boy, so they're perfect for each other. Yeah.
So she's sort of giving it all. You can try and put all your Joker laughing gas on me, but it won't work because we don't laugh at stuff that isn't funny enough. giving it all that kind of thing. Yeah. There's no better than there should be, Joker. Now, come here, you daft gets.
They call that dancing because that's not what they call dancing up north. No. Basically, he's just going to get.
Come here, you daft gets, and rattle me twice. Come on. Do we speak as we find it? No.
Yeah. I think she'll be good for him. I think he needs somebody like Jane. I think she's the only woman that could tame him.
He has had a lot of coddling, it seems like, because his mother is very, happy. Oh, you're so wonderful. And if just once in a while she'd gone, stop moping about, that's not funny, give over that, have a wash. You're still eating your dinner, put your fag out, come on. Yeah.
Does it turn out that Jane was just in his imagination at the end?
No, I can't do that to him. No,
that'd be a good twist.
Imagine that, the Joker sat on a deck chair on a cruise ship just humming Wind Beneath My Wings, imagining it's Jane McDonald singing to him. Is there anything more tragic?
Yeah.
Nothing like that could ever happen in Jane McDonald's universe, and I can't let it happen. It's too bleak. No, excuse me, my life fellow. It's going to be a real, and you know what? They might go on to have other series. They might go on to have weird hybrid northern children. Like we'll see where it goes.
They might do one that isn't the one that's sort of more on land, and it's sort of going through like India or China or something. It's just Jane McDonald going, "I'm not eating that," and Joker laughing at her.
And they're going to end up on Loose Women. Obviously, they're going to end up on Loose Women. She's going to take him on there, show him off, new fella. Yeah.
Wow. All right, Dave, have you got a question?
Mine's blown now. My question now is, will you reconsider that ending? Because I think it's great that Jane McDonald doesn't exist. And it opens all sorts of avenues. I mean, like you say, you've worked out Joker's mindset. Jane McDonald, sit back, have your pint, have a cigar. Is he allowed to masturbate?
Yeah,
so I mean, figment of imagination on stage while he's thinking, "Oh, shall I blow up the boat today? Oh, hang on, I'm on at 8."
There's only two reasons we lock. There's only two reasons we lock the bathroom door, Arthur. That's if you're shitting or you're wanking. Now remember that.
Of course, he's allowed to masturbate. Absolutely. I mean,
well, it keeps him away from bringing it near me.
Maybe it's the optimist in me that doesn't want it to be an imagination, because then he's just going to be back to where he started.
You just want something to go right for the guy.
Yeah,
I think if you're doing this as a series, it's Jane McDonald with. I think Joker can do his bit till the 6 episodes in series 2, you have Jane with, I don't know, Idi Amin or something, or I don't know, somebody who blows things up. They're a different sort of person each series.
Well, maybe she could explore different relationships with different dictators and psychopaths.
Yeah,
but
obviously the ones I'm thinking of are all dead, so we might have to sort of backtrack this series. Set in the 80s when she's just starting out.
No, we can ask Jane about that. Let's see.
Hey up, love, pull up a bomb. Come over here.
Right, here I am with Richard Ramirez. I'll call you Ricardo if you don't mind.
Oh God! Right, okay. Let's do some voting then. It's time.
Yeah.
Let's do. I'll do your recaps first. Here we go. If you're playing along online, have a listen. So this was Requel. Sorry, Dave's was called Down Like a Clown. It's a Netflix original. It's about Arthur, who's rich, who pranks people all the time just for fun, and Bruce, who is down and out. He, is wrapped in newspaper where he reads an article. It's about all this, and he decides to do something about it. So he makes himself a costume out of dustbin liners and turns into Bin Man. Swap. What have I put here? They decide to swap roles around later on, and while they're singing a finale, a medley that we didn't find out what that was, but it's all right. Eddie's was a couple of ideas. One is to remove all the DC references from the movie altogether, and the other one is to watch it on double the speed, so you don't have to watch it for as long.
It's only an hour then as well. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Nats was a TV show, Cruising with Jane McDonald and Joker. It's a documentary. So while Jane's singing, Joker's doing his stand-up, bit of a love thing going on the boat. There you go. Right, you can vote online, please, and we'll vote in the room.
McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. I do like Dave's with the Bin Man, though, but we've already had the superhero earlier. That's the only reason I'm going to vote for Nats, I think.
Thank you, chaps.
If we hadn't had the superhero earlier, I'd have probably voted for Dave's in that, because I like the Bin Man idea. And they're mixing it up and the musical. But yeah, Jane McDonald's got to vote for him.
I mean, when has a superhero musical ever gone wrong, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Calamitous.
I think just because he said musical, I'm going to vote for Dave.
Okay.
I need to see what this looks like. I need to see that finale. I need to see that swap.
I'll go cast you two. You can sing up to your heart's content.
Right, who's Dave? Have you got a vote in it?
We vote. Well, I'm all down for blunt honesty. And as the Oscars have proven this year, with everybody going up saying, I think we have to have a diversity, we have to have our marching bit, get off. So I was going to go for Eddie, but then Jane McDonald just took over my heart and sailed away. So I'm going with Natalie.
All right. Nice one.
Thank you.
Okay. We've got, let's have a look online.
Jane McDonald,
Big more.
Diversity.
Oh, thank you.
Now, because Jane McDonald needs to be influenced on the world via cinema. Oh,
yeah, she does.
Oh, cinema. Okay.
Thank you, Big
It can't
Timor.
truly be a
I don't
single
think we could
people until we all know who Jane McDonald is. That's what I think
Thank
Big
you,
Timor is
Dave.
getting.
You got a vote.
Oh, very good.
Martin, very good. Okay, no more votes, I don't think. So this happens every week. We have people watching that don't want to vote. I don't know if it's because it puts the name on screen, but
that's very possible.
Yeah.
I thought you could change it. Oh, you can't change your name when you're coming in, can you? Anyway, right then, let's have a look then. I'll close the voting off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done. Nat, you've won with 4 votes there in that round, which means, after some quick calculations, Nat, you're our winner for this evening with 2 rounds.
Thank you very much.
Well done to Nat.
Thank you.
Commiserations to everybody else this evening.
It's all right. I'll have to make do with watching Nat in the TV show that she's definitely not recording in London.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
Weeks filming.
Oh yeah.
Weeks filming. Right then. So let's wrap this thing up then. So, Dave, what have you got to plug? What would you like to plug? What would you like to tell us about? Give us some things we can go watch of yours.
Oh yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. Yeah,
Yes.
you're always welcome to come along to my YouTube channel, Mooch TV. Tomorrow is the 4th of May. I believe it's is it Stargate, Star Trek, or something. One of those days. I might have a few things lined up tomorrow.
Oh, can you tell us? Can you tell us a sneak peek or not? What are you doing for it? Hang on a minute. Boom!
Oh! There you go.
I bloody love that artwork.
I raised
lovely. Who did that?
Well,
I did it.
Oh,
did it an hour ago. You forgot Ray, dickhead. Oh. Yeah, where is she? Forget
She's not. Loads of people have been saying about this online, haven't there? There's none of the later trilogies on the artwork at all. You've got everybody. You've got everybody apart from Ray and Finn and Poe, and you've even got the Bad Batch, and that hasn't even been on yet. It's on tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bit odd, isn't it? It's a bit.
You've got Clone Wars characters and stuff. And, wow.
So what have you got planned, Dave? Can you tell us?
There's a reaction. They might possibly get a live feed from Cleveland's.
Oh,
where they're filming the new Star Wars one of '96. Like I said, I don't know which one it is, but
Andor, isn't it? Cassian Andor.
Word is it's Andor, but I've been told for a source it's a Book of Boba. So I'm like, I don't know. I give up.
Oh.
Whatever comes out, I recognise it. That's
Is it the Book of Boba Fett where they go on a stag night? in Blackpool.
Look at Dick out with a book on his
way. This is the way.
All in matching t-shirts.
Yeah. This is the way.
Glass around the neck.
Yeah. So another video tomorrow.
Are you doing a live feed then from there? You're going to
possibly. If it's not a live feed, I'll post it out Wednesday. But I'm sure I've got about 2 things out tomorrow. Oh, there's a goodies Star Wars ish episode. I've not done one of them for ages, so I thought, yeah, all right.
Very nice. So we can find all that on Mooch TV. Yes. We'll put a link in the on our page as well for all that, so people can find you. Lovely stuff. Anything else before we move on? Do you want to tell anybody anything else? No.
Have you watched your episode yet of when you were online, Natalie?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
Oh.
I know.
You're all welcome to come on a memory bubble if you want to sort of tell us your favourite TV show of all time. Like
Heidi, I want to come on and do it. I keep saying I'll do it.
Yeah,
Eddie,
I've got obsessed.
Yeah,
TV show.
Eddie loves MASH.
I do love MASH.
MASH. That's a good one.
Could be MASH.
Yeah. We'll sign up to come and do then. Then we'll sign on.
Yeah.
Sign up. Like the
sign on.
That's
what I've been doing all year anyway.
Yeah. Right. Nat, have you got anything you'd like to plug? You can't tell us about your TV show, obviously.
You don't keep saying.
Is it cold?
I mean, I'm not saying there's never been a female Sherlock Holmes before.
Oh, good lord.
But if they were going to make one, which they are, it would definitely star someone who gets their soap from work.
Someone dead northern who'd say, Reet.
Yeah.
I'm not having any of this nonsense. Stop me.
I was thinking a Sherlock Holmes from Yorkshire would be brilliant, and it has to be you.
What's your favourite Sherlock Holmes films? Let's do it.
Favorite Sherlock Holmes film?
Favourite portrayal? Without a Clue with Michael Caine. That's one of my favourites.
Jeremy Brett is excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like Jeremy Brett a lot. It might be him.
I forget the name of the actor or the title of the film. It was 1970. It's The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
It's a different one.
Yeah,
Long less in it.
It's a great one. That it's got Christopher Lee in it, hasn't it, as his brother. Michael. The soundtrack to that is getting a re-release. Private Life of Sherlock Holmes in a couple of weeks.
Wow!
So it's good score.
Yeah, it's a good one because it pulls the heartstrings and all. No spoilers, but at the end you're like, oh.
I watched one the other week with Roger Moore in it called Sherlock Holmes in New York. And it was terrible. It was terrible. I love Roger Moore.
It's got so much going for it.
No, it was awful. I really wanted to like it, and I'm just like, this is terrible.
I'm in the same boat as you. I love Roger Moore, but I can't. I only remember the first 10 minutes. Was it present day for him, or was it set in the normal?
I was setting the past in the.
All right, but I just remember an accent like Roger Moore.
Yeah, elementary. You're like, no, I don't know.
But even what he's wearing is like 70s in the past.
There is a bit where he comes in this suit and he just looks like Bond, and I'm like, It didn't quite match the era of it. It was really bizarre, but yeah, it wasn't good. It was a TV movie, so they got away with a bit more. But it had Patrick McNee in it as Watson. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. But even that pairing, you think, yes, here we go. Come on, Sherlock me. It's like it don't work.
Yeah, wow.
And Patrick McNee's doing a really older like a vocal thing, and it don't work. He sounds like he's going, "No, I don't know Holmes," but he's doing like
he's like 35.
Yeah, it's really odd. Yeah, it's really weird. And runs up some stairs, you know what I mean? It's like, but the Michael Caine one though with that clue, brilliant. That's
it is with that one.
Quite a good twist right at the beginning.
Hound of the Basketballs as well with Peter Cushing.
I just said that, and you all talked over me twice.
Sorry, Nat.
Hound of the Basketballs, my favourite one. But then you were talking about Roger Moore, and you didn't listen. So don't you be stealing my Hound of the Basketballs idea, Lumb. One to you.
Sorry, Nat.
I apologise for my rudeness, but you can understand our love for Roger Moore. Beats yourself. But other than that, we just like Roger Moore.
What were they again, Nat? What were they again, Nat? What were they, Nat? Shut up.
I'd also like to add Basil the Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, yeah.
That's
good. We went down a bit of a Sherlock Holmes alleyway here, haven't we? I don't know why, but it's fine. We're
all a lot more enthusiastic about that than the Joker. So, who knows? Maybe we needed this. Yeah.
We did. I thought the Downey Jr. ones were good.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. They were fun.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
The first one was definitely good. The second one was okay. But they were very stylish, and I always forget that Guy Ritchie, because whenever Guy Ritchie makes a film that isn't like Guy Ritchie, go, what's going on here? Apples and pears chatting for ages. Then I always quite enjoy it, like when he did The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, that was great.
Really enjoyed that one.
They should do a Bond film like that.
Yeah,
set back in the Why not?
You're gonna have to do a new series of dream films. Guy Ritchie directing Roger Moore.
Well, if he had a Roger Moore era back in the day, I reckon that would have been really, really fun.
Yeah.
Well, people around.
We've got another guest here. Look. Not in Holby City or Casualty then. Can't say, Martin.
We can't say.
Martin.
Is she in London just for a market meeting at work?
It's lies, Martin.
No, she's not. She's
for a week. Monday to Friday, I'm in the Oxford Lush. Come down and see me. They're lying.
Training.
Yeah.
Training. Yeah.
Training. Just let me see. Just measure you up there. We're going to take that in there.
Training. So you've not got your YouTube channel sorted yet, now, have you?
All year.
She doesn't need it anymore.
Not with that film money coming in. Actually, it's a film and a TV. It's simultaneous, so she's filming both. It's like when the money comes rolling in, you don't ask how. Happy Star Wars Day. Thanks, Big Timo. We'll round this up. What have you got to promote this week for us? What have you got? We'll round this up.
Same as always. I think, actually, I've not listened to it yet, but I think Saturday's IC News. Did you do the Boris Johnson voice?
I did, and I haven't listened to it. I didn't even know it.
No, because I'm in that sketch as well. We'll just reveal behind the curtain. We all record our lines individually, and then Sam Gore, who does it, puts them all together, and it sounds like we're in the same room. It's really clever.
Clever, isn't it? Is it out then or not?
Yeah, it's out on Saturday. It came out.
Oh, on Saturday. Oh, right.
Saturday, yeah. So IC News, you'll hear Chris and myself in our first ever sketch together in however long we've both been doing this podcast. But there you go. So that sounds fun.
Cool.
Fire Breathing Kittens, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons podcast, fun for all the family. And the Discount Comedy Checkout Improv Show podcast out every Friday.
Excellent.
Cool.
As far as I'm concerned, what have I got tomorrow? What's the score? 8 p.m. on Box Office Radio. I'm doing a Star Wars show. All Star Wars music. It's a special since it's Star Wars Day and it falls tomorrow. May the 4th be with you and all that lot. So yeah, I've got tracks from all the films, and then I've thrown some curveballs in as well. There might be a bit of Ewoks in there. Some Ewok stuff.
Yep, nub.
Yeah, there might be a bit of that.
Oh, that's jealous.
It's close enough though. Then Saturday, All Geek to Me with Nathan Rich, 8 o'clock. We're doing a Back to the Future retrospective on there. So that's Saturday, 8 o'clock.
The week that May the 4th falls and you decide to do Back to the Future.
Yes.
The forward planning's incredible on this show.
Saturday we did Gotham as well. We did a Gotham retrospective, so we totally missed. Week before we did Return of the Jedi. We were talking about Star Wars all the way through the show, and then I went, maybe we should have done this week. But yeah.
Do you know what? I think there's going to be some people who are a little bit Star Wars'd out by the end of the week, so you'll be quite a tonic for them.
Trading Card Tony, who I never plug on here, he's got 3 Star Wars episodes this week. One went out today, one's going out on Wednesday, and one on Friday as well. Even that's not tomorrow. Yeah. So you've got today we'll return Empire Strikes Back Series 3 opening. Wednesday there's a Clone Wars animated series pack opening, and then Friday it's solo Star Wars story pack opening.
I don't want to spoil them for anyone. I don't want to spoil these episodes for anyone, but I think the conclusion is, if you like them, get them.
Yeah. You might get a shiny though. You might see a shiny in there.
You might get a shiny, so you know. Oh no.
Right.
No, the thing is that just knowing the twist doesn't stop you from enjoying an episode of Trading Card Tony. I don't think
that's true.
It's on
episode 230 went out today.
230.
That's too many. It really is. Some would say that's too many. It is. It's way too many.
Can Tony move in his house with all them cards?
That's why it's gone to 3 episodes a week. Apparently it's getting too much to store all the trading cards. He's had to open more packs and throw them all out. I've heard it on the grapevine. I don't know who he is. I know him, but I don't know who he is.
He must have them all in the garage. And then when he goes to his garage, he puts his white gloves and goes, hey, right, let's have a look.
Yeah. Water damage, though. You don't want water on your trading cards. Damage them, apparently. I I don't know enough about.
He opens the garage door, a big bubble comes on him.
You just edit his videos for him. You just found a genius.
I've never met him. I've heard him on phone, but he just sends his files through. I've never seen him.
Boxes you a load of stuff. Yeah,
230 videos.
And the thing is that he Dropboxed him them all at once.
Yeah,
this week's the first time he's actually getting fresh. He's had
it's bizarre.
Terabytes.
I think I'll have an impression video up tomorrow for Star Wars Day as well. I'll do that.
I think you showed something for tomorrow.
So I'll do a quick impression video for tomorrow. I like to do one every year, just for Star Wars Day. But it won't be long. It'll just be a quick one. As for next week, though, on here we'll be back Monday 8 o'clock. We have got the Big Lebowski. We're doing.
Oh, I haven't seen that for a long time.
With Nathan Webb, he picked that. He's coming on again. So there you go. So we'll have Nathan on for that. Big Lebowski, though. Dave, you were lovely as always being on here.
Great.
Thank you very much.
I've just realised. Thanks, Dave. I've just realised we've just done the joke, and I've just realised what's behind me. You got a Batman there. You got Batman there. You got Batman poster there.
Yeah, love a bit of Batman. Batman down there as well. That's cool. Right then, so if you want to pick another film, Dave, you come back on another time and do it. I think we talked about Rocketeer potentially, didn't we, earlier?
Well, you can do it if you need.
You're not a fan. You're not a fan.
I am a fan of Rocketeer.
I don't want to do any subtle suggestions, but.
Yeah. I mean, Dick Tracy, that film.
This is not the Warren Beatty one. This is a box set of 3 of the really old ones. But I got that in CEX yesterday. But
the gamble they took on Dick Tracy, that film when it came out, the marketing.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Oh my God! It's just getting Loch Ness.
Yeah.
He's coming, Big T Mark. Keep telling them every week they won't do it.
I do think that Dick Tracy, the '90s film, is a good.
It's on the list. It is on the list. If you want to do that, Dave, maybe instead.
What
That's up to you.
Frost Nixon.
Frost Nixon. Yeah, all those Frost Nixon fans. all those Frost Nixon fans we could tap into. Frost Nixon fan site. Hey, we're doing this, guys, on Monday. One reply.
It might be trending in Israel.
We've got more chance doing Loch Ness, I'll be honest. At least Ted Danson's got, he's got a fan base, and he might come on himself.
I mean, now my requel's just going to be Ted Danson and the dinosaur and the Loch Ness monster. Sorry, just sort of going.
So we got another Martin's after it now as well. Look,
Police Academy. There you go.
Police Academy's got like 1,000 sequels.
I know, but there is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. Yeah, you do the whole canon. You've got to come up with Police Academy 8.
Oh yeah.
Or were you just going to do the Mahoney canon? Because I know you like the guy they brought in afterwards, but that's one way of cutting it down a bit.
No, I don't like the guy they brought in. He's Eric Lassad's nephew. I didn't like him that much. He was no Mahoney.
I thought you said he was all right.
He was all right, but he wasn't the same. I mean, I do like the fifth film. I do like the fifth film, but I don't particularly rate him. Really,
fair enough.
But you've still got Jones and everybody in that one, haven't you? Hightower, and it's the seventh one that's the worst. The others actually get worse, but the seventh one's just abysmal. Right. It's awful, and it's all dubbed as well. It's weird. They're like talking and the mouths don't go with thing. I reckon they had production sound problems because they filmed it in Russia, didn't they? Russia. So I wonder if they like messed up with the sound recorders they use, because it's got all these weird noises all the way through. I didn't want this to turn into a Police Academy discussion, but it has. They do all these it's got all these weird noises all the way through the film. Like they'll go oh like that all the way through. It's really odd.
Is it mainly vowels?
It's weird. Honestly. Yeah, it is like that. It's weird. Ron Perlman as well as the bad guy.
Amazing.
Can't believe it. But yeah, anyway. Right then, so
Spies Like Us.
We can always do Mac and Me.
Mac and Me, yeah. Yeah.
Although they did do Mac and Me too, didn't they?
Did it all today?
I think so.
No. They can't touch Mac and Me. I'm gonna check it out. I've still got database up. Hang on. Mac and Me.
Have you seen the deleted scene where the kid gets shot on the lad in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was to get shot by a policeman.
Alternate ending, yeah. A police guy shoots him through the chest. It's really graphic. It's awful. Wow. Laugh, but it's like yeah. But there's a massive his chest explodes. It's a kid's film and it goes and at least I went, do you know what? That might be a bit too graphic. We might have to change that ending.
Yeah, we'll just keep him near the fire instead.
Yeah.
The fire killed him. He just fainted and died.
Weird. Well, have you ever seen Paul Rudd, who on talk shows, he used to do it on Conan O'Brien? He always shows the clip from Mac and Me where the kid goes over the cliff in the wheelchair, and he says, "Let's take a look at my latest film," and he puts that on every time.
Yeah,
it's like a running joke. Oh dear! But we should do Mac and Me. We've never done Bigfoot and the Hendersons either.
No. That is a very sad film.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're live still. We should.
Yeah. This is just the meeting.
Yeah.
I've missed it. Oh, they're still on talking about shit. What about Inner Space? Have you done that?
No, we've not done Inner Space. I love that film.
We spoke about Inner Space a long time ago.
We've not done Batteries Not Included.
Spies Like Us.
Spies Like Us. Inner Space is a good shout. I love that film. And also, Inner Space, it teased the sequel at the end when he went after the truck. And me and my old friend Lee, when we saw that film, we were like, when's the second one coming out? Because we were young and thick. We thought, they're going to bring us another one out because he drove off after the truck. We didn't realise you could just do that and not have to have a sequel.
And Masters of the Universe, that the tease at the end as well.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Right at the very end.
The making of that film is fascinating.
That, of course, was the prequel to Frost Nixon.
Yeah.
Skeletor.
So you've done yours already.
Which is, I mean, some people would argue roughly the same character, but
yeah. That's it. He does a good Dracula in that one as well. Frank Langella. That's a good one. Yeah. All right. Cool. We've done it. Right. So, from all of us, we've put the will to right. From all of us on Prequel Sequel, we'll see you all again. Thanks for tuning in online. Really appreciate you being here with us every Monday night. It's really nice here.
Enjoy your training.
Yeah.
Get some autographs of all the team leaders.
Yeah. Nat won't be on this much longer. She'll be too big for this show.
Okay, so this is corporate training. Take one at speed. Quiet on set. Action.
Oh, bye, Big Team.
Oh, thank you, Big Team.
Bye, everybody. Wave. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.